sit there, baby? Come and grab my body.
Hey guys, welcome once again to BrinaCreations. In today's video, we're going to be ingredient prepping as well as batch cooking at the same time. So in this video, I'm just showing you my pepper mix. This is a combination of yellow pepper and crayfish. This is one of the things I do to make my life easier because I don't add water, and I can always freeze this and bring it out a few minutes before I cook, and it will be easy to grab and go because I don't have to do too much. It's a bit dry, and then even my fork or spoon can scrape it and I'll be good. So I'm going to be cooking a lot of things today, and this is what we're doing to get ready. So I'm prepping the onions as well using my food processor, and this is going to make my work a lot easier. I usually do all of this. If I have any leftovers, I try to make my ingredients in bulk so that if I have any leftovers, it's absolutely fine. I'm just going to freeze the rest in the freezer. Yeah, save some time and then of course money in the long run, so nothing goes to waste around here. We like to do a lot of healthy living and budget stuff so that we don't waste, and the little we have we can manage, and then when we have extra we can always find things that that are memorable to be able to spend that extra we have rather than it going to waste on some things that we probably could have done differently. I'm also blending okra because we're going to be making okra soup, and yeah, I don't really like to use food processor for my okra because I like to cut it in bits. But there was a whole lot of things to do today, and I didn't have that time to cut it manually like I usually prefer because I want the pieces to be bigger, and I don't have that other food processor that I use for the other one that I can use different, shapes and sizes for my preparation. So next I have, this is my smoked panla. I usually debone everything, when I have the opportunity to, and then I pack them in small sizes. Here I have my stock fish, I have some dry fish, and then also my boga fish. I'm going to bring in out the ones that I'm going to be using for today's cooking, and I have my asa and mangala combination fishes, and then yeah, so we're going to be cleaning all of this can be really demanding. Someday I'm going to be prepping everything and then so that I can grab and go. I also have my egusi, ogiri, achi, iru, ehuru, and then all these are the vegetables we're going to be using. We have oha, we have ugu, we have water leaf, okra, osisa leaf, and that's it, guys. So today is going to be a whole of work, and this is how I do from time to time. I used to do this every week before, and then I switched to 2 weeks, and now I do it every month. Maybe in the future I'll go back to 2 weeks because sometimes it feels like you're repeating the same meal, even though because it's frozen it remains ever fresh, but we'll come to that. So I've already cooked my meat, which I usually cook buy as agemawo. That is, the meat is usually cut with the skin, and I like it because it gives you a whole lot of combination. It comes with all the parts of cow, which includes the tribe, the towel, and every other thing that the meat has, cow leg, the head, and all of that. So maybe not the head. So I'm just splitting all the stock into different pots. Sorry, I did not realize that my camera wasn't capturing the other two pots. So basically we're cooking 5 different soups in this video, and I'm just multitasking, and that is why the meal ingredient prep was very important. So I've added my meat stock, my stockfish, dry fish, onions, crayfish, and salt, and then I'm adding seasoned cube at this point, and also adding my crayfish. The crayfish came with the pepper, so yeah, that has taken care of it. And so I'm just going to be mixing everything. At this stage of the cooking, speed is of essence. You will just realize that everything just happens all of a sudden, and then I'm just adding some smoked panla to help to add volume to the cooking. Remember, I have not put my meat in yet because my meat is already cooked. So is when I'm done with the cooking, I'm going to be adding meat, and I'm adding my palm oil into all of them at the same time. So I'm just going to cover and allow to cook to the level that I need it to cook to. Next, I'm going to be prepping my egusi. I really should have done this before, but there was no time anymore, and then this egusi was kind of difficult for me to bring out. I don't know why, but usually if I grind my egusi, I just freeze. But this one I decided to buy ground one, and I regret that because I think they put something in it, and this is not usually what I do because I like to go to market myself. But for some reason I was really stressed out and I decided to buy, and then this is what I got. So what I ordered versus what I got. Anyways, we're going to keep cooking, and then hopefully I won't make that mistake again. Do you have any experience of buying something and you find out that it's been mixed or something has been added? I believe that maybe also that stuff that is usually added to increase the volume of egusi is what was added, because if I buy the egusi myself and I grind it myself, it doesn't, even if I freeze it for 6 months to 1 year, once I bring it out from my freezer, it's still going to be as powdery. Not powdery, you know what I mean, like just going to be like gari. The gari texture is going to be that same way, and even if it clumps together, you just need to just squeeze it and everything separates. But this one, I was literally hitting it, but it didn't scatter until I had to like break them apart. So guys, let me know your experience with egusi or anything at all that you buy for local foodstuffs that have been manipulated. Okay, so now my ogbono is ready, and then I'm just adding my meat. Ogbono, I mixed it in palm oil, and that is how I was able to do it. In subsequent videos, I'll be making individual recipes so you can see how I go about them one after the other. But for the sake of this video, we're just cooking everything in batches so that we can freeze them and make our weekdays easier for us, so that we can be able to focus on other things that also matter. So next I'm going to be cooking rice because we want to eat something different today, and that rice is going to be smoked fish rice. Unfortunately, I did not realize that my video wasn't videoing and my camera wasn't recording anymore, and then I'm done with all the soups, and then here is what I have. The rice is all cooked. I used dry fish to cook the rice and added some coconut milk. I'll be sharing with you a separate video where I have everything listed. Perhaps because of you, I'll be remaking the video so you can see it also, guys. But this is the struggle of a home blogger. It's not easy, guys. So guys, this is everything we have. So I'm going to be taking my time to show you everything that we have been able to cook for today. It's been a very busy day, and at this point I'm very exhausted. So we have egusi, we also have okra, we have vegetable, crayfish that I'm going to be cleaning up, some fried beef, and then oha soup, my leftover pepper and crayfish mix, ogbono soup, and then we have our smoked fish, dry fish rice, and then my leftover smoked panla and onions, and ehuru, pepper, and then ginger, garlic, and then I also have my yellow pepper, leftover dry fish. I also have all my dry ingredients like really iru, achi, ofo, and all the rest that I did not get to use, which I'm also going to be freezing again. So that's it, guys. If you like videos like this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments below. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.